influx of new teams here to the tag team division. You think back to the likes of Frequency, Honest John, and Trinell, and now you got the undeniable G4 along with Rayshawn Prince. A lot of teams with their eye on the United Wrestling Network World Tag Team titles.
Yeah, people coming from all over the planet to the greater Los Angeles region, to New York, whether it's Gotham, whether it's Memphis, whether it's Championship Wrestling, the tag team division is as hot as ever.
With the aura, Joey Lancaster.
Jake Redondo, Joey Lancaster, two guys that have had a lot of success in the singles ranks, made a lot of history. Of course, they broke in as a team. Good to see them back, galvanized. How about the Sunday Night Slam victory by Redondo over world-class international talent TJP?
Yeah, big win there right in front of his dad, an emotional moment as we had our debut of a blockbuster event known as Sunday Night Slam, and Redondo came in there and impressed everyone. And it's interesting here, TK, to see him back with his partner. Lancaster and Redondo do have a history together. They've had a lot of success here in Championship Wrestling. It's interesting them being singles competitors. Were their egos going to come into this fight? You know, will that get in the way? They've both done so well by themselves.
And they certainly have different attitudes, Christian. I mean, we saw what Lancaster did when he stepped up, got in the face of Javi. Nice takedown here by Lancaster, and he had a fantastic showing in Irvine against Javi, someone who competed under the bright lights of NXT. So both these guys have been impressive on their own, and we'll see what they have to offer now that they've come back together. Again, looking for the pin feverishly early here is Lancaster. Now backslide. Boy, hard to keep up with these pin attempts in the opening minutes of this thing. Look at this movement. My goodness, what a beautiful rolling pin attempt.
Yeah, every time Rayshawn Prince throws a strike, he gets caught with a counter by Lancaster. Very well scouted from Lancaster. And now tagging in G4 and Rayshawn Prince to the outside.
Yeah, mood changes. Look at the size of this guy. He's got to go a good 6'6" there. Does G4, got to be over that 300-pound mark. Big guy, going to be tough to maneuver him around. He's going to go where he wants to go, and that's about it. As the undeniable G4 shoves him off, and there you see the effect.
Yeah, I had a minute to spend with G4 in the locker room earlier. I asked him a little bit about his debut, how he was feeling, and he has a football background, TK. Look, it's going to need a lot of power to bring down G4 there. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, looks like a big athletic
former
offense.
San Diego State Aztec.
Yeah.
Played defensive end at G4.
Oh, man.
You can see he can move like a defensive end. He's got the athleticism, TK.
Yeah, he could rush into the backfield, but tag team wrestling is the name of the game. Nice save there by Redondo, making the big man chase. Little cat and mouse tactics. Sandwich job here, serving up sandwiches at Levity Live.
Seeing that tag team cohesion between Lancaster and Redondo. SoCal well represented here in this fight. And these two again with that same rhythm that they became known for in the tag team division. So far, the egos of their single success not getting in the way, TK.
Well, you try and go one-on-one with G4, probably not going to happen, but using the double teams there, upstairs goes Redondo on Rayshawn. Beautiful kick. Looking to follow it up. Snap, suplex, floats over into the cover. Looking to dethrone the Prince. Not yet.
You know, Redondo was really sharp going into that TJ Perkins match, but there's something about him that's even more confident and even sharper coming out of the fight with the veteran. He got a win over TJ. Some would call it an upset, but those who know Jake Redondo know that he is constantly getting better. One of the uprising stars, but now a little chaos here. And referee Scott Johnson's got to get control here. Nice knee.
Wow, even nicer reverse neck breaker. Trying to catch lightning in a bottle here. And you see the color scheme in here, the black and purple. These guys are going to be wearing home some black and blue after this. It's a physical tag team contest.
Yeah, I like the synergy here between Prince and G4. They look great today. Their first time tagging.
Oh, there it is. There's a big tackle. There's a big TFL right there. Tackle for a loss in the backfield, but could not get the 1-2-3. Looking for the 3-yard loss there.
Yeah, you think about some of the great defensive ends in the sport, whether it's Max Crosby or Myles Garrett. And for G4, he decided to take his career into professional wrestling, but just as deadly, just as strong, and certainly has the size as he is, just beating up on Lancaster in the corner.
Yeah, not where you want to be with G4, where he's got you cornered there. Look at the strength here. Up to the lights, almost touching the ceiling, and a big suspended vertical suplex into the cover, and it's tough just to eke a kick out, getting out from under that massive frame of G4.
This guy's dangerous, man, and he's got you isolated. If you're Lancaster, you need to get a tag into Redondo, who's had a minute to breathe. You got to get away from this corner.
Rayshawn Prince looking to take advantage.
Oh,
Lancaster.
Elusive. Oh, beautiful tag there. Redondo's in.
And Redondo is fresh, Christian. He spent a good amount of time out there on the apron. Look out here. Lightning fast drop toe hold. If the first one don't get you, the second one will. What a shot.
You're seeing some of the strikes and the skills of Jake Redondo.
Look out for G4.
Eyes in the back of his head as Redondo floats over. Incredible.
Reminiscent of Frankie the Future Kazarian, and this kid might be the future of pro wrestling, is Redondo. A tag was made. I don't think. Oh my goodness!
Puts his body on the line.
Right in our laps here in the broadcast position. Back inside, Lancaster.
Let's go!
Caught Prince with something devastating. He does not have his faculties, does Prince. I think Prince got crowned there by Lancaster. Look out! Incredible double team maneuver for the win. Yes!
Here are your winners, the team of Jake Redondo and Joey Lancaster.
The stock is on the rise for Redondo and Lancaster.
That was sick, TK. I mean, these dudes took a few months off from being a tag team here in the United Wrestling Network, come back together, haven't missed a beat. From single success now to tag team division domination. Lancaster and Redondo back on the map.
Turning a lot of heads in the United Wrestling Network, and they are back united and better than ever.